Hello and welcome everyone to a new YouTube video here on my channel. Today I want to show you the food control deck, aka MONO GREE Troll deck. This deck popped up in the ladder and this is the version crokeyz played on Twitch. And I have to say, this deck is absolutely amazing. It's so fun to play. It gives me an Eldraine vibe, and maybe I'm not the only one who likes Eldraine, but I really do like Eldraine. And yeah, I just want to go over the deck shortly and explain what it does and like what I think is really cool about it. And yeah, let's dive into it. So on the one slot we have Gilded Goose, 1 mana, 0/2. When it comes to the battlefield, it creates a food. We can also pay 2 to create a food, and we can sacrifice a food to get a mana. And we play 2 Witch's Omen as a one-off, as 1 mana drop here. It's nice to use this against Bone Crushers. Since the Bone Crusher will just go away. It's also really nice to use this on big creatures because you get 2 food, and it's actually really nice because sometimes you can use it on a feasting troll and then use the combo I will describe later on to just draw more cards. I like Witch's Oven here. Primal Might, probably the best removal spell, or second best right now. 1 green and X. Target creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn. Then it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. It's amazing. It works against every creature basically, since you have to pay X, but I think it's just an amazing card right now. Then Ram Through. This is the other one I think is probably the best removal spell. 2 mana instant this time. Other one was sorcery. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So this is not a fight spell. This is actually a deal damage spell. This is a huge difference. And if the creature you control has trample, excess damage is dealt to that creature's controller instead. So if we have a 7/6 trampler and we use this on a 1/1, we do 6 damage for 2 mana. Yeah. It's pretty good. Next card, Trail of Crumbs, 2 mana enchantment. When it comes to the battlefield, we get a food, and whenever we sacrifice a food, we can pay 1, and we can check the top 2 cards, take 1 permanent of them on our hand, and that's it. So it's a really good draw engine against control decks. It's really nice. And just creating food, and this can go off hand in this deck. Then we have the Mammoth, 3 mana, 3/3 land and creature in 1. Whenever land enters the battlefield, it gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. This is a really flexible card. It works also really well with a henge or just having a creature itself. Then we play 4 Gemrazer, 4 mana, 4/4. We can mutate for free. When we mutate a creature, we can actually destroy an artifact or an enchantment. So this is good. There are tomes around. You see Aswell Doom around again. There's no Claw anymore, but it's also nice against mono green, against henges. There's still many targets for it. It's harder to use it in general though, so this is a card I could see having less in the deck. But nevertheless, I think it's a really strong card. Then we play 4 Wicked Wolf, and I'm just so happy to see this card. This is one of my favorite cards from Eldraine, 4 mana, 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, we can fight target creature, and we can also sacrifice a food, and the wolf gets +1/+1 and indestructible until the end of turn. We have to tap the wolf though, but it's really nice to use this to fight a creature and trade in your benefit, right? So that's basically what it is. We can also use this to sacrifice a food to trigger Trails of Crumbs for free. And then we pay 1 and we can draw cards. It's a really, really cool card. And then the star of this deck, Feasting Troll King. I love this card. I used to go to a Friday Night Magic pre-Corona with this deck, with a deck like this, Feasting Troll King. And I love the card. It's a 6 mana, 7/6 with Vigilance and Trample, which is actually huge. When it enters the battlefield, we get 3 food tokens. We can play this card from our graveyard while sacrificing 3 food tokens, and it comes back. This is huge on multiple levels. First, it's hard to deal with it. Second, we create a lot of food. And third, if we do this on the next turn, we actually get 3 triggers for Trail of Crumbs. We pay 3 mana, we draw 3 cards basically, right? If we hit. This is absolutely huge. This combination is so strong, and you will see. We'll see it in the games. It's just to watch. It's amazing. And there's another card that goes really well with Feasting Troll King, and that's the Great Henge. 9 mana artifact, but the spell costs X less, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control, and our troll costs 7. So sometimes you get the troll back from your graveyard, and you just pay 2 and you got a henge as well. It's absolutely crazy. We play it free because the synergy is just way too good here. We don't play too many creatures, but as long as this is a creature and a land, it's really nice. Then we have here Turntimber Symbiosis as a land. It's just nice to have one. For the lands, we have 19 forests and 4 castles. So this is the main deck. Let's go to the sideboard. We play 2 Chainweb Aracnir. We usually use this against rogues. They mill you, and so you want to have an escape creature. We also have the troll main, so that's already nice. But having the Chainweb Aracnir to deal with some flying creatures and having the escape ability is really nice. So that's where we use this. Scavenging Ooze also against rogues nice. It's nice against red-black. It also is okay against aswell to get rid of some artifacts or enchantments. So Scavenging Ooze actually a really good card again right now. Mazemind Tome, there are definitely a lot of control players. This is a crokeyz list. We have Tome in it. I love the card as well. I would play it against really grindy decks where we become the super grinders. But yeah, that's Mazemind Tome. Garruk's Harbinger against black decks, black removal based deck, Rakdos, Dimir, those type of decks. It's really nice. It's a 3 mana for free creature, which is actually really strong. And on top of that, it gives you a potential draw. That's really, really good. Really, really good. I love that card. And we also used it and it worked well. Free Lovestruck Beast in case there are more aggressive decks, just to have more creatures. Sometimes you need more creatures and less removal spells, so we can replace it. Garruk, the Unleashed, also nice against control. It's good in a mirror sometimes because of the trample. You can also use it for other things. Like the card overall, but yeah, usually use this against control. So this is the deck. If you like this deck and you're gonna like this video, I'm pretty sure it's amazing. You will definitely want to subscribe, hit the notification button, and give me a thumbs up. I will put every information down in the description below, and yeah, check out the games. Bye. Okay, we play against Omnight here. First game with the deck. Let's see what's going on. We're gonna start, nice. Land, food, Gemrazer, Primal Might. I'm in. Starting with the Goose here. Flying Gemrazer could be decent. Could be Minota, so Primal Might is actually important. We're gonna pass here though. I wanna create another food. And we're gonna fight the Aspirant here. Two. Then we're gonna attack for 2. If this is a Winota list, we definitely wanna make sure that there are not too many creatures on the board. We 1 mana short for the feast in Troll King. Aspirant gets rid of Goose. Sure, not the best situation. This is a Gemrazer Hardcast. It's a 4/4. You want a creature on board, just in case they drop a Winota or something like that. This is a human, this is not a human. This is like long run, this is the worst creature, but Winota is no fun. So if we do 2, 1, 2, we can also play Trails. And we're gonna attack. So I think it was better like this. Then we're gonna play Feasting Troll King with our castle here. Next turn. Lieutenant, yeah, it's definitely nice that we did this before. Now they have 2 humans, which, yeah, I mean, sure, Lieutenant is there. But yeah, we take the 2. And here we go. Troll King out. And yeah, go. So Feasting Troll King is really nice because we can attack each turn, and if they block, which I think they will, we get a lot of draws with our trails. At this position, it's definitely annoying that they still have the Aspirant, but I think we have to go in, right? Okay, they do not want to deal with this. Okay, we're gonna draw a card. It's interesting. We're gonna play it as a creature. We know they're still not good enough. This is all humans, right? So we keep attacking with the Troll King and try to draw cards with the Trail. We would only block with the 1/1 here. They have to start blocking, right? Okay. They will get tokens, but we have to go in. Get the tokens, sure. Those two together is a really good combination. This is where we're gonna look for cards. It's good, so this removes the aspirant. Let's risk it for the land, otherwise we use the symbiotic. Okay, we're gonna use the symbiotic here. Wolves are just too good. Pay 3. Play wolf. Have to go for aspirant here. Have a good board. I mean, it's ridiculous. If you have a mono green deck like this and you just manage to do it, it's so strong. We're just gonna make this indestructible. Costs us a food, so that's something. Costs us another food, but that's fine. I don't mind this. We have another troll in our hand, another wolf, and the trails. So this has to go. They will get a token though, but they're in a position where they have to block, and this is still trample. Okay, so they have the knight here. They really need to hit it now, or they have a huge problem. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we manage this turn. Whiff. Okay, that's fine. Don't mind this one. We gotta block all of them, so they're gonna lose this. We also can fight the Vinota next turn. They basically just lost the game. Yeah, Vinota. Dealing with creature is priority number 1. Yeah, what is funny here is I actually don't think I have to sideboard in anything. I mean, Lovestruck Beast, sure. Maybe for Gemrazer. The way it looks. But that's about it. That's literally it. What else could we play? I mean, Scavenging Ooze is decent, but it's not that matchup. I think we're gonna stay like this. I definitely think Lovestruck Beast is better in this matchup because it provides us 2 creatures for blocks. And I didn't saw any artifact yet. I mean, they could maybe play now their caskets, but that slows them down. And here we have Goose, Trails, and the King again. So we're gonna find our cards. Primal Might also really important. That's a good card, but it's a human. It's a good card as well. I think it's important for us to find lands. Like, it's the most important point right now. We already played our land, so we're just gonna get the food, try to find the green source. Okay, this is a card we kinda wanna remove though, but it's still a human. Take the free damage. No blocks. Let's search for the land. Found the land. Okay, so we have 4 mana. Vinota is not a problem yet. But I think we're gonna play Gilded Goose and fight the Aspirant here. Because that card is trouble. And I think we don't attack for 1. It's not worth, but definitely get rid of it. And then we just use the food again. Or we don't, to play Troll King next turn. Which I think is the better card. Yeah, we play Troll King here. This way we can keep a food. Get more food. And we say pass. So this is the only Winota trigger they have right now, and with Ram Through, their Winota is not that strong. Ram Through with the Troll King is just amazingly strong as well. They need to find a way to deal with the Troll King, if not it's just gonna take over the game. So this is a card we probably have to deal with. Should have used it, was sleeping there for a second. Gonna attack. And we end the turn. So we know that is definitely the one we have to care. They only get 1 trigger so far. And Vigilance and Trample is so powerful. Like this together, while knowing if this dies we get the many cards. It's really, really strong. Having those 5 foods here is just amazing. This deck is so fun to play, so I really recommend this. They'll get 2 tokens, which is not cool. I think I have to let this go actually. Because if they have a Winota, I think they plan for the Winota turn, right? So let's see what we get here. Can draw 2 cards, which is amazing. Get the land. Get the Mammoth. Yeah, let's draw 2 other cards. I mean, we can draw 2 cards here. Again, 4 cards. We just... Trail of Crumbs is absolutely a house. It always has been. The value just is ridiculous. Henge is a good card. We keep attacking here. So we need to keep 2 mana up, right? And we end turn. If they play a 1-1, we win just by using a Ram Through, which is kind of funny. Well, that's an easy block situation. That's it. We're just gonna use the Ram Through if they use the Embercleave here. So they take 3 damage, 4 exactly, and they leave the game. So this was the first game. I mean, it was really powerful. Let's just go to the next one and see how it goes. Newbie. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I wanted to play, like, I had a huge bug last game. We're gonna keep this. He had a bug where I couldn't use my food for some reason, and then I lost the game. And yeah, I will not put this online. It's just, it's not fun enough to see. Yorion, okay. It's more of an interesting game. Trails is important early on. I assume they play some sort of Esper Doom. Okay, it's their turn. We need to find lands here. Gemrazer is nice, but we don't have anything to put it on. Okay. I mean, it's the closest to a land, I would say. They could have a counter, but then they don't draw a card. They go for the draw card. Not sure if it's perfect, but I mean, it gets us closer to Henge as well. Could see white and Doom here. Well, that's not good for them. The deck usually doesn't run many planes, doesn't run a lot of counters main. Sometimes they have like 1 or 2 disputes, but that's about it. Okay. So yeah, it is the deck I just mentioned. And then end turn. So Ram Through is nice since this has trample. We can also play the Troll King next turn. Starting playing Doom. Interesting. So what do we sacrifice here, right? It has to be the Gemrazer. The troll here is just way too good. Gives us 3 food, and we have trails in play, so even if we sacrifice it, it's like whatever. Which is really good, obviously. That's a shatter. Hmm. 7 damage is still fine, I think. Tough decision here. I think it's sacrificing Henge. Because finding a Henge is way more likely. We do it now, because we got the 2 mana here. So we get it back, and draw a card. Start playing cards. Because we definitely want to make sure we have multiple cards. Okay, I'm gonna play a Henge here. Trails, I mean. So if they have another Shatter, we can start going on with this again. So let's hope there's no Shatter. Usually the deck runs like 2 to 3 Shatters, as you know my deck, right? I really enjoy this mono green deck. This looks like a Dance in Demands. What would they get back? Doom Foretold, Omen, and Mazemind. But they played for 5, so there's no creature. On a Doom Foretold, we're just gonna get rid of Trails. And we're gonna use Primal Might for 1,000,000 if they're gonna do it. And then we win the game. That's the game plan. Okay. They kept 1 mana open. I respect that. trample. Okay. So that worked out well. We're gonna play against a Doom deck. It's interesting. We keep Wicked Wolf. Gemrazer is really good. All our cheap cards are fine. I think Primal Might is the weakest card in the deck. Garruk is okay. Mazemind Tome can be fine as well. I want to have 2 oozes here. Usually you can play this stuff against control. Also Ramsthrough is probably not the strongest. Maybe try Garruk here. Four mana. Kinda wanna play the oozes, honestly. Get rid of the enchantments in the graveyard. And it's a 2 mana card. So we can fill our board with permanents. To deal with their Doom Foretold. It's probably better. I mean, the Garruk is nice against the Shatter. We have to mulligan this. Okay. Starting with Forest. Well, that's actually really nice. Having a Witch Sovereign is nice because it's an easy sacrifice. Birth. We just keep playing our curve out. Okay, opponent probably placed the exact list I'm playing. Harbinger would have been nice, but yeah, we don't have a card in our hand that can take. So that's something. That's such an interesting Doom. We have to kill their Doom, mainly because they could have a card with Flash, right? So, going in. If they have a second Doom, it's a bit painful. But this is an 80 card stack, so we should do it like this, I think. Let's hope we dodge the second Doom here. Okay, that's an ECD, we can live with this. Nothing to get back from. It's a pretty good card here. If they don't deal with this card, we can actually just attack and get something. So it has protection from black, which is really nice as well. Bowman, okay. So we know we can attack with Garruk, Harbinger, and we get something. So that's really important here. Just having this card is really good. Especially if you have 2 food now. So them playing Yorion is just they lose Yorion. Okay, I mean they have to play Yorion now. They get draws, but at least we deal with Yorion. Losing the food though hurts. That's for sure. But we get a draw of Garruk. Okay. Oh, I made a mistake here. We should have... I missed a draw for no reason. Yeah, I was sleeping at that point. I'm not happy about it. Well, this is okay. So if they actually shatter, we can keep our Wicked Wolf, right? So in the end, it turned out maybe better. Yeah, I think it turned out better. But I think not knowing this, that I have 2 gooses there, is something. Or 2 geese. So if they have an ECD, they probably get rid of our Wicked Wolf. But having Harbinger is really nice. Because the okay, they have a dance. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's worst case situation. Absolute the worst case situation. That's why we like oozes. They can see our hand, which is so bad. Should have done it in the upkeep. My bad. Don't think we get out of this. Yeah, it's just... We were too slow. Double Doom. Heavy, 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 heavy. I still like the way the cards we used in this game. The mana was definitely a bit tricky. Losing the Ooze there is really hard. So I think we maybe have to keep the Ooze later, but I had to use it because of Gemrazer. So like the entire situation didn't add up really well. But being on the play on a more traditionally mono green aggressive deck is definitely nice. In this deck, it is still good. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Still an amazing deck to play. Okay. Okay, I mean that's fine. Not perfect, but we can live with it. Having Henge is nice. Having Ooze is nice. Oven is a permanent for their Doom. You cannot play Ooze though. Okay, so they have a good start. Okay, Treacherous Blessing is really good. I'm literally just looking. Don't do anything here. It's kind of annoying. So next turn I try to play the Troll. Which is nice. So having Troll here is just so strong with Trails of Crumbs. So hard to deal with it, especially if we have Henge, and we just keep doing it and doing it. Second Troll also really nice. And Okay, so they have to go for this because they cannot even play ECD because of Witch's Omen. Gives us someone of a block. They're gonna get their answers though. But for now, this looks good. Going in some damage. Definitely would like to get draw. This is where we end the turn. Okay. This is where we get another food. So we can use the food for a draw. That card does nothing here. Ramfru would have been a really nice top. So be it. Gonna draw another card. Just realized we should have played this as a land at least. Gonna play this. If they shatter, we win. Okay, it's fine for now. The power with Troll and Henge is absolutely crazy. Those two cards go so well together. It's beautiful to see. Well, they really are desperate. Shouldn't they tap differently here? Well, we did it. Amazing game, had a lot of fun. And yeah, see you next time. Wow, those games were amazing. I have to say this is one of my new favorite decks right now. It's just amazing, like, just getting the buns and then having so many new brews is just, I don't know. I love this deck. I don't think I would change too much right now. I have to say, run through Primal Might 7 removal mainboard. Even with Wicked Wolf mainboard is really strong. Wicked Wolf also works really nice against control. Because you can make it indestructible. And the synergy between the Great Henge and the Troll is just so amazing. I love this deck. I can highly recommend you guys try this deck out. Let me know how it went for you. I wouldn't change anything. It was amazing. Just try it out. It's most of the cards you maybe already have because it's Eldraine heavy. Eldraine was a really good set. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification button, and give me a like. So see you guys next time.